What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for Young, Famous, and African, Season 1, Episode 5. So, we start this episode off, listen, Zari is pissed off where we left her at the end of last episode, and she calls Connie, and she is letting it rip. She is so upset. She is so pissed off. Annie is insecure, and I don't even want her man, and that's not even my type. And because he's been cheating with so many people and cheating with everybody, she is just so insecure about her man with anybody. And baby, I don't want your man, okay? I don't want your man. But I think Zari is missing the point that Annie was trying to make. Annie wasn't mad that you pulled her husband aside. Annie was mad that you were telling her husband that she is insecure. Now, there are two reasons for that. One, because she probably is embarrassed that she is insecure because a man cheated on her with everybody down to the South Africa, North Africa, West Africa, East Africa, down to the Europe, over to Australia and Asia. And you know he got some hoes here in America, okay? So part of it is that she is insecure and she's not happy about you telling her husband that because they're probably trying to work through it, okay? Whatever. Anyway, so then we see Connie and Nadia. Nadia is back from her 2-week excursion with her boo. She said they had a good time. She said he fed her the D and food for 2 weeks. They spent a few days down to the resort, and then they got them an Airbnb up in the jungle where all it was just them, the house, and the beach, and they had a good time. Okay. I guess whatever she thought she was gonna do with Diamond, she is over it. It is done. Diamond gone. Okay, we ain't seen Diamond. Diamond don't show up in this episode. Diamond left. He won on the last episode. Diamond is gone. He said he had business to take care of. Okay. Now, then we see. So Connie gives Nadia the breakdown. This is what happened while you were gone. And of course, Nadia, who already ain't feeling Zari, was like, she did what? She told her husband she was what? Insecure. How could she do that? That is so disrespectful. That's a hot mess. So then we see Nadia meet with Zari. And we see Swanky meeting with Annie. And of course, they're both rehashing what happened. Now, Connie is telling Zari, listen, girl, you have to understand what this woman has been through. You have to understand all of the peaks and the valleys of this relationship. You have to understand how deep, how bad, how often, how much. And understand that what you did was harmful to her, and it was embarrassing to her. You know, you have to be a little more careful. You know, you got to be careful with her heart a little bit, you know. And she said, and then by you doing what you did, you took the moment away from her. They were there to announce that they were renewing their vows. They were starting this new, fresh, you know, situation. And by you doing it the way that you did it, you took the focus off of them and you made it about you, which I think Zari does all the time. I think that's who she is. Okay. Now, Connie, I can appreciate that you were handling Zari with kid gloves, but it came off a little two-faced to me. Because I feel like you were saying one thing when you were talking to Nadia, and then you were saying something totally different when you were talking to Zari. Because I don't even understand all that you was talking about. Point blank period, you pulled that woman's husband aside to tell her husband that she is insecure while she is literally standing right there. That was disrespectful. Anyway, so Swanky and Annie are talking, and let me tell you something. Y'all know I be giving Annie a hard time with some of the stuff she wears. Not that she wears bad items. I can tell that her items are expensive garments and they are good quality. I just don't always like them for her. I feel like she dresses old. I feel like some of her outfits come off very old. I could tell that they're good quality, probably designer, probably couture, okay? But they're old looking on her. But this light green ensemble that she had on, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So she is telling Swanky what happened and letting Swanky know how the whole thing went down. And Swanky was like, say what? Now, Swanky likes Zari. He said that he has a really good business relationship with her. He has styled her and all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, Annie is his day one. And he don't really appreciate what Annie is telling him about how that conversation went. And he feel like he need to have a conversation with Zari because, again, Annie is his day one. and he feels some kind of way about it. Now, while they're sitting there talking, Miss Nadia rolls up, and Nadia is like, "Listen, I'm sorry, not Nadia, Kaylee. Kaylee walks in, and of course, they first thing they do is ask her about DJ Naked, and she's like, "Well, listen, Naked ain't here." Um, and Swanky says something to her about, "Well, I hope you giving him some space. Like, you're not over there every day." And Annie was like, "Well, don't y'all live together?" And she was like, "No, we don't live together." And Swanky was like, "Well, how many nights a week are you there?" And she was like, 2 or 3, maybe 5, maybe 6. And she gonna say in her confessional, "I don't see what the problem is if I'm there 5 or 6 nights a week." See, here's why you can't help some people. Here is why you can't tell some people stuff, because they want to kill the messenger. Now, Swanky is trying to give you some good information. He is telling you without telling you that you are smothering that man. You are doing too much. He said, "Baby, give him time to miss you. Stay home a couple of nights. If you are there all the time and you are always in his face, you are not giving him time to miss you. Y'all not married yet, okay? If that's where you want to go, if that's where you eventually want to be, then you have to give him time to miss you. You got your own place. Use it some time, okay? Make him worry about where you are sometime." But of course, Kelly don't hear. She don't see what the problem is, and she ain't understanding it. That's why you can't tell everybody stuff. People try to give you information. They don't know how to read between the lines. They don't know how to. Anyway. So then Nadia shows up, and Nadia, Kelly, Swanky, and Annie all have a good conversation. They all catch up, yada yada yada. And we, they're bringing Nadia up to date, even though we know that Nadia had a whole conversation with Connie. They're sort of bringing her up to date on, I guess their version of things and how things went down. They tell her about Andele, and how he was flirting with Zari. And so, of course, Nadia is eating that up because Nadia already don't like her anyway. And Annie is eating it up because Annie don't like her anyway. But all of them agree that the situation is weird, it is inappropriate, and it's a little disrespectful. Well, it's a lot disrespectful to Diamond. Because, again, it's the whole bro code. If y'all are supposed to be friends, that's just unacceptable, okay? That just is what it is in that moment, child. So then we see Zari meeting up with Andele. And she talks about how, they're friends and they're good friends. And he was like, "Friends?" She was like, "Yeah, you're my friend." He was like, "Don't say that." She was like, "What you mean don't say that? You are my friend." He was like, "Don't say that because I'm trying to be more than your friend. And I don't want to be called your friend because that sort of closes the door to what else we could have going on." And I feel like Zari, she likes to flirt. She likes the attention. But at the end of the day, child, she don't want no part of him, okay? She ain't trying to be nothing with him. She does admit that there does seem to be some sort of chemistry with them. That there does seem to be some sort of something going on there. She admits that. But at the end of the day, she ain't trying to make it out to be nothing. She ain't trying to go down that road with him. That's it. That's all, Now, he does admit that, he doesn't say that he's breaking bro code, but he does admit that he is walking very close to the line. Now, I'm not sure what more you need to do to cross the line, sir. You are crossing the line. You are breaking bro code. I don't know why you feel like you're not, but okay. So, Connie and her boyfriend end up having dinner with Annie and Tubaba. He's in town again for one night, and they're basically they're just having dinner, and she pulls him aside to have a conversation with him to ask him, "Listen, do you really mean this? Like, don't play with my girl, don't play with her heart. I know that you've in the past you've done what you've done, you put her through a lot. Please make sure that if you're going to go down and renew the vows and you have her thinking it's going to be different, please make sure it's different, okay? In the little bit of time that I have gotten to know her, I've really, grown an affinity, and I just don't want to see you hurt her feelings, okay?" And he was like, "You know what? I really appreciate you, talking to me. I appreciate where you coming from. I hear you." I mean, he was like, I hear you. Like, I didn't, you know, I didn't really hear him make no comments one way or the other. He was like, I hear you. Now, Annie and Ndele end up going down to Soweto. She wants to see, Soweto is a very historic area of South Africa. I can't wait to go to South Africa and go to Soweto myself. Nelson Mandela's home and other things there. And so he takes her down there to sightsee. And while they're there, Annie, she's talking to Ndele about basically, listen, you out of order. Now, she says it in a nice way, and she's very animated in how she says it to him, but she's letting him know, listen, you are breaking bro code. Like, what you're doing is out of order. She's like, why are you doing this? Do you really have a crush on her, or is this just a game? Like, are you just playing? Like, do you consider Diamond a friend? I mean, maybe you don't consider him a friend, but if you consider him a friend, don't you realize that what you're doing is wrong? Now, again, like I said in my last review, the one thing I will give this show credit for is that these people will let you know exactly where you stand. There are no ifs, ands, or buts. There are no mistakes to be made. You know exactly where you stand when it's something that's going down, okay? So then we have Swanky. He has the album. I mean, I would love to say album cover. Swanky has a cover of GQ magazine, right? You remember he's a stylist, so one of his pictures is going to be on the cover of GQ, and he has like a party to celebrate, and everybody shows up except for Naked. Now Kelly is there, and she's saying, "Listen, he's working. He has to work. He has to work. He has to work. He has to work." But really, what it boils down to is that her and Naked ain't really speaking right now. She said she ain't talked to him in 6 days. He has ghosted her. And she really feels some kind of way about them having to be in the room at the same time. Naked says, listen, Swanky is my boy, but I'm not trying to really damper his night with what me and her have going on. Like, I take that back. Let me put a pin in that. Swanky himself is on the cover of GQ, not somebody he styled. He is actually on the cover of GQ. But Naked was like, I don't really want to bring this into it. Like, what we have going on, I don't really want to bring that into what his night. But Swanky felt some kind of way about it. He felt like, why would you do that? You hurt my feelings a little bit. But it is what it is. So that was pretty much what went down that night. Then we see Nadia meeting up with Diamond. Now, Nadia felt some kind of way about the whole Diamond Zari situation, because she said, when Zari showed up, she's meeting with Ndele, because she said she felt some kind of way because she said, when Zari showed up at the party at Diamond's spot, he was one of the people that pulled me aside to comfort me and talk to me about the situation. So he knows and acknowledges that Diamond and Zari got something going on and they had some sort of bond there. So why is he entertaining it? And so once again, somebody else is talking to Ndele about what he's doing and why he's out of order. Again, he don't see it that way. He don't feel like he's doing anything wrong. He don't feel like he's out of order. And he said, listen, we ain't never shared a kiss. We haven't crossed any lines. But let's be clear. The only reason why y'all ain't shared a kiss is because she ain't kissed you. Because please be clear. If she was down for the get down, y'all would have kissed and some more stuff. Like, I believe that. 120%. I believe that. So then we have Swanky and Naked hanging out. Naked's son, they went ATVing down to the spot. They out ATVing and stuff. And Swanky is letting Naked know, like, I was hurt that you didn't come to my my magazine cover situation. Like, where were you? And he told him, he said, listen, me and Kelly aren't in the best place right now, and it's really hard for me to fake it. It's hard for me to pretend to be happy. It's hard for me to smile, especially if she's there. He said, I'm sorry that I didn't come, but I'm just really dealing with some stuff, and I'm just really taking some space. Like I told you, I was feeling suffocated, and I just need some space away from her right now so I could think and figure things out. Now, while this is going on, we see Kelly meeting up with Nadia, and we find out that there's a little problem. One of the arguments that they had, or I guess the last argument, the big blow up they had was Naked hired somebody he used to have sex with for one of his shows. Now, he's the DJ, but he can hire other talent to do the show with him, sing, rap, whatever, perform. And it wasn't that the person just happened to be there. It's that he actually hired this person. And Kelly's thing was, I understand that you are going to be around people that you used to deal with. Like, I get it. But why are you inviting them? Like, why are they your guests? Why are you bringing them in? That's the problem that I have. And so, because she was like, you could have chosen anybody, but that's who you chose. You chose this person. And that's the problem that I'm having. So, Nadia, of course, understands. Naked doesn't. Naked doesn't see what the big deal is. Like, he was like, listen, yeah, we used to sleep together, but it's just work now. Like, I'm just hiring somebody for the job. It's just work. It's nothing like that. So, finally, Swanky invites Zari to come and have a conversation. Now, Zari, I know I be giving you a hard time, girl. But that Louis Vuitton coat you have on, baby, that thing is bad. Okay? I like that coat. I like the coat, Zari. But Swanky is talking to Zari about the situation. He's letting her know, again, they don't mince no words, honey. He is letting her know how he feels. He is letting her know that he is not happy about how she talked to Annie and what she did with Annie, and he feels some kind of way because Annie is his friend. Zari said that Annie was attacking her, that Annie showed up on go, which is true. Annie showed up on go. Annie showed up mad and she was ready. Okay, I will agree with that. And Zari was like, listen, if she wanted to have a conversation, then she needed to give me a chance to talk. She said, so yes, things got heated. I said some nasty things. She said some nasty things. I can agree to that. And Swanky is like, listen, that was the day that they were making their announcement. You embarrassed her. You embarrassed her in front of her husband, soon to be renewed husband. And I need you to understand that. And I need you to also understand that she is my friend. And so when you do things to hurt her, you hurt me. And so she was like, well, she's insecure. And you need to work on that. You need to figure out what it is that y'all need to do to help this girl not be so insecure. And I think Swanky understands that as well. But he's like, listen, girl, can you just apologize so we can all make up and move on? So Annie shows up, and baby, Annie is over it. Annie don't want to be there. Annie don't want to talk. Annie got her shades on. She sits down at the table and puts her phone out and immediately gets on her phone. And see, that's that passive aggressive shit that I don't like. We are all adults here. We are all grown. You sitting down at the table, your body language already says, I don't want to be here. Then you pull out your phone and your body language also says, not only do I not want to be here, I'm just going to be disrespectful in the moment. Zari does apologize. Annie tells her it's okay. I'm good. We're over it. Zari bought her some flowers, child. Now, in her confessional, Annie was like, listen, I'm just here because Swanky want me to be here. I could care less what this woman has to say. I'm over it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I moved on. But she tells Zari, it's okay, we're good. It's okay, we're good. It's okay, we are good. Girl, that ain't good. But anyway, that's where the episode ends. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.